Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the SoloMid.net 1v1 quarterfinals. Today will be the last pair-up Meshflip going up against ColZDude. I'm just going to call him Cool Dude, but ColZDude just sounds a little off. But we are going 1v1. This is game number 1 of the quarterfinals. We are down to the best of 8 of the 512 player tournament, and that by itself is a grand feat, so kudos to both players. I am the FourCourtJester, and tonight I will be hosting the 1v1 commentary, so big thanks to SoloMid.net for having me around, and we are hopefully going to be looking for some great games tonight. So once again, ColZDude or ColZDude going up against Meshflip, and now it will be a Severe versus an Anivia matchup, and that's a little erratic to me. Severe is obviously a big top tier carry for the 5 versus 5s. We're gonna have to see what they want to go with 1 versus 1. What's even more spectacular is right now Severe are going to be running Teleport and Rally. That's not really a summoner skill you see often enough these days, but maybe he has a plan, maybe he's trying it out for the first time. We did of course see the jungle Mundo yesterday. Apparently that was his first time trying that, and it kind of didn't work out very well at all. So we will be watching to see how both players do perform, but we will have to see how Rally goes into this. The starting items here on Severe, she is in the mid. It is going to be a Doran's Blade as well as a health potion. Nothing really too surprising there. The Dorans are obviously big items that a lot of people like to grab in these 1v1 scenarios. I mean, such an item with, it's very cheap, it has a lot of stats to it, very useful overall. Let's just take a quick look here at the stats of Severe. She has plus 28 physical damage, and only 8 of that is coming out of Doran's Blade. So she has at least 3 in the masteries here for the offensive tree. Most likely she went all the way down it, as well as a good amount of physical damage coming out of her rune selection. Other things to note is she has 13 extra magic resist, as well as some extra increased attack speed. Again, the attack speed not so surprising considering the physical tree does give that boost, but the magical armor coming out of Severe, it definitely shows you what she's going to be running between the runes as well as the masteries. So ColZDude showing off his first skill choice here. He does have himself the Ricochet, going to be trying to land a lot of free hits here on Meshflip. Let's just take a quick look at Meshflip, as both teams are just going to be doing a lot of CSing at this point. Right now he is sitting on a Doran's Ring with a health potion. Again, not too surprising. An extra ability power point, so we have at least a little bit here in the physical masteries tree for Meshflip. But look at the movement speed, plus 9 movement speed. So either those are going to be quints, or he's gone down the utility tree. Level 2 for ColZDude, putting on the hurt here on Anivia, even at the tower. We're really pushed up really far right now, and ColZDude, they're going to be landing a little bit of free hits on there, about 100 damage on that tower. Now, as you all do know, the rules are first blood or first tower. That is how you're going to be winning this game, and right now it's just going to be a game of harassment. Popping the potion on Anivia, looks like she's just going to be focusing a little bit here on the creeping. Speaking of creeping, Severe right now taking a big lead, 9-4. Not too surprising with this Ricochet just bouncing around, destroying these creeps. Level 3s come out, and I still only see 1 bounce right now. There's the spell shield, so we do have 1 in each of the spells here for ColZDude. And right now just going to be going back and forth a little bit. Right now I would say Meshflip very on the defensive. He's a little bit behind in all aspects right now. He can't really seem to push past. He can't even seem to be doing even creep score at this point, as we now doubling the creep score with ColZDude, even taking a quick level 4, a good boomerang. Great prediction skills coming out of ColZDude. Landed both shots on Meshflip, and without that health potion, Meshflip might be very dependent upon that egg of his, the Anivia egg that will bring him back to life. That is, however, going to land a lot of free shots from ColZDude, unless it's going to be in a tower range or something. Got to be very careful here, and just complete dominance coming out of Severe at this point. Look at him just zoning out Meshflip from the creep wave, doing an excellent job of keeping all the experience to himself in that lane. Yes, it is going to be pushing up, but every time you can deny experience from your opponent, it's always going to be beneficial. Always. And as you can see right now, he is playing very far forward. He is almost like at par with the melee line or going back under it, trying to keep Meshflip out of every kind of reach. He doesn't want him farming. He doesn't want him getting those items. Speaking of that, what did Meshflip get? He does have teleport. He also has clarity. Just noticing that now for the first time. I do think he just used it as well. Got some mana back. So Meshflip trying to stay in the game with some harass. A great spell shield coming out of ColZDude. Timed that very perfectly. Going to give him a lot of mana now for that boomerang as well as the ricochet. And Meshflip is definitely looking very hurt. Now again, he does have that egg, so it's not exactly going to be the first kill, I do believe, because that is just an innate skill that he can use, but it would most likely lead to the first blood coming for Severe. Now, both sides, I mean, right now, Severe, again, very far forward in the lane, has pushed very heavily. 26 creep kills now to his name. Now, I'm just kind of curious, like, what is the perfect situation we're going to see rally here? Is it going to be a come up from behind? Is it just going to be a pure dive, throw down the rally as soon as Anivia pops her egg, maybe? Not too sure. Again, it's not a spell that we see that often in, well, any kind of games, really. 3v3s, 5v5s, one-on-ones, just not a very popular skill at all. So not too sure where we're going to be going with that. We're just going to be checking them out in the mid. Another spell shield going off for ColZDude, and I'd say he definitely looks a little practiced with the Severe character at this point. Meshflip, I don't know, a little shaky right now. He's just kind of being overwhelmed by ColZDude as she's just really dominating this lane. Now almost tripling the creep score at this point. Now's the chance to get a lot of tower damage in, but a great ultimate coming out from Meshflip there, going to be forcing ColZDude to back off. Now, I wouldn't be too surprised if Anivia started going back at this point, but that boomerang just ripping through this creep field. Now, I do not see Anivia anywhere on the map, so I'm assuming that she did go back to town, but she does have teleport. She's going to come right back here. ColZDude could be landing a few shots here. Here comes the teleport. There goes the rally. This is most likely going to be something big coming out of him, because that's a summoner spell that he does not want to be using lightly, and this could be really bad. ColZDude on the defensive, not going to be chased by Meshflip, so nothing too huge coming out of that. Not really too sure how effective that rally was. Well, I think the general consensus will be it wasn't effective at all. A little bit of missed timing. Now I have to wonder if Severe here, if she did take her ultimate or not. But that aside, let's just see what Anivia did when she went to town. Has now 2 Doran rings, some extra mana potions, as well as health potions. So definitely going with a bit more of a survival build. Meshflip definitely doesn't want to lead that lane again for a good while. Teleport is on a fairly lengthy cooldown. So that being said, Severe is still in town. She's actually going to be using her teleport now back in lane. What has she gone? Negatron Cloak going for that magic resistance. There is a lot of ability power damage coming out of Meshflip, and he's up to 34 ability power. Everything he does is basically magic damage at this point. And, ooh, a little bit of a stun coming out on ColZDude. And he's just going to be defending. Now they are going to be putting some tower pressure here. A boomer! Wow, that boomerang actually ripping right through Meshflip, almost bringing him to half health. And a mana potion now going down as well on ColZDude. He also has a second Doran's Blade, so his lifesteal aspect is coming out as well as his plus damage. He's up to plus 36 damage right now. That's 108 physical damage, and right now we do not have any extra physical armor on Meshflip, so he has to be very careful right now. But look at the range of that ultimate right there, just going to be encompassing ColZDude no matter where he goes. You can't spell shield out of that once you're into it, and I think he knows that. He is playing, again, a very practiced Severe at this point, and just looks very impressive overall. Going to be ripping through these creep waves yet again. Meshflip, you really need those mana potions because you're just ripping through your mana field with all this harass. That snowball, unfortunately, missing everything, even the spell shield. But not looking good right now for Meshflip. Level 8, both characters, and again, they're just going to have to back off. So it does not look like this game is going to be ending in a timely fashion. Taking a quick look here at the creep kills, 55-33 in advantage here in favor of ColZDude on Severe. Not too surprising that it's hard to outlast hit a Severe, especially early game, because that can just snowball really big. A great boomerang going down on Mesh will bring him down to the 390 hit point range. He does still have 2 potions. He's probably going to be popping them in pretty short order. ColZDude, he's kind of out of the potions right now, just going to be relying on his lifesteal. Now the lifesteal doesn't actually work that well with the ricochet. It will get you that initial value back to you, but at the same time the ricochet just serves to clear the creep waves. The same kind of idea with the red buff. Again, the same thing, it kind of goes down. It'll hit your initial target, but it will not hit subsequent ones. It does not look like ColZDude is going to be using any of that ricochet right now. He is fairly low on mana. I gotta say his mana regeneration rate is, it's about 15 MP5 right now, which not a massive value at this point. I mean, right now he's just about to hit 110 mana. The level up should give him enough for another boomerang, but I gotta say he has to be a little bit conservative here at this point. I mean, right now Meshflip with those, well, there goes the boomerang. So much for being conservative. But now completely out of mana. Might have been able to use that for something else, who knows. Meshflip going on the offensive a little bit, but the spell shield coming out, it does look like level 1 spell shield, getting him about 100 mana back. So I mean, at this point that's all you need. You just need to prevent the damage. You're not too worried about the mana, but I gotta really think that ColZDude here doesn't really have anything into the mana realm in terms of runes. I know that a big popular build for the Severe is to grab all that innate magic resistance, innate magic regeneration, so you don't have to kind of worry about it in your items or in your potions, anything like that. But at this point, 15 MP5 is alright. It's not going to be funding him this entire game, though. There goes the clarity now for Meshflip. He's right down to his basics, the Doran rings. The teleports should be coming up within the next few minutes, so we're most likely at this point going to be seeing both parties going back to town, and then from there we're probably going to be gearing up here for something of a last stand here in the mid. I do not see Anivia anymore. It does look like ColZDude, he's going to go back to town as well, so I'm fairly certain Anivia will be there at this point. And with these last few items, hopefully we will be seeing something of an amazing play coming out, something of a feat that will go down in history for all time. What do we have here for Anivia? Chalice of Harmony, so going with the magic resistance. Not too sure why, simply because that, well, actually, I guess the boomerang is magic damage. It just scales off physical, but yeah, I suppose it is magic damage. So the chalice, I mean, probably going to be using it for the mana regeneration instead of main getting that for the magic resistance. Now, on the flip side, we do have a chalice as well here on Severe, and now very potioned up. I would say that with these potions right now, ColZDude, he's going to go very big on the offensive. The spell shield coming out, going right through that snowball, probably saving him a little bit of damage, but I don't know, both sides really kind of backing off. Again, ColZDude kind of does have the potion advantage, 2 health potions, 3 mana. He's most likely going to be going for a big harass build. Both parties now do have chalices, so their mana regeneration rates are really going to be coming up a lot in these next few fights. There goes the boomerang. Again, a great prediction by Meshflip. Got out of that in the nick of time, going right up to ColZDude here. He is going to be throwing down that ultimate, but he is going to get stunned as well. Not too sure that was the best of ideas, but if you really want it, oh, there it goes. We did get Meshflip. Now he is in the egg, but right now it does not look like he can capitalize on it because it is within that tower range. Oh, that is just a big opportunity wasted there for ColZDude, but now with that egg out of the way, it will be on cooldown for a little bit, so we do know that maybe with the timing of the ultimate with a rally outside of the tower range, might be able to just jump right in there, get right into Nivea's face, and then try to end this game. But oh man, the stray boomerang just coming out for Meshflip, and in the worst possible place. And you can kind of see the little frustration coming out of ColZDude there with this comment, the F with all the big U's, the big meme like that. Right now, ColZDude has to be a little careful. He's not invincible, and right now, Meshflip is feeling very confident. In fact, Meshflip actually has the level advantage at this point. ColZDude is going to go back to town. I'm not too sure if the teleport is up. Actually, I'm pretty confident that the teleport is not up, and this could be really big right now for Meshflip, because this is going to be a lot of free hits on this tower. Never mind, there goes the teleport. The teleport's actually going to come right back in, and ColZDude popping that spell shield, going to be going on the offensive. Meshflip has to run away at this point, but ColZDude has to defend this tower. I mean, it's down to 1100 hit points. Out comes the ricochets. Ricochet's doing a good work, a bounce, and right now Meshflip under half health, 650 hit points, going to be throwing out that ultimate, trying to keep him at bay. Now this flip tower on this side. I mean, it is at 1,000 hit points as well. The boomerang coming out again, and now Meshflip going down to 350 hit points. So right now, if you can get hit by that boomerang, it is about 300 damage. Look at the ricochets just jump right down the line of creeps. It is going to be hitting Meshflip. He has to keep his distance, and right now it is looking like we did see at level 1. Right now, ColZDude going to be getting some shots off on this tower. Down goes the Rally with his ultimate. He's going to be tanking this tower. This could be a bad idea, however, but no, it does look like he's going to get out of this. There goes the tower, and Meshflip, powerless to do it, goes with the first blood as well. Completely won that game. GG. We will be going on to game number 2. Not too sure what the heroes are going to be, but SoloMid.net here will have it for you coming up next.